Hello gamers, this is Winter again. So since the last video, I spent about 20 minutes just building more of the same kind of buildings that we saw before. So more of these research centers, because we're going to need a ton of research points in the game. So I've accumulated 800 or so I can unlock the next two things, but some of the skills later on take like hundreds of thousands of research points. So you definitely need to build a whack of these. So this should do us for now, but we're probably going to have to build more of them later. Unless you mind waiting. Like a lot of the stuff, you don't have to build massive duplicates of it if you mind just sitting around for hours and waiting for your stuff to go up. But I kind of like to keep building stuff, so I make a lot of them. So you'll see I made a lot more regular ore refineries, and the reason I did that is that I have a lot of ore, but I don't have a lot of steel, and these are generating steel, but steel is kind of precious at this moment. So I will start, in this video, I will start upgrading these to the advanced ore refineries, which I think produce produce steel at about 14 times the rate. So, but they cost 600 steel. So I'll upgrade this one. We have about 2,600 steel before we started upgrading there. One thing I wanted to point out, another mistake on my part here, is I built kind of 3 rows of houses here, which is bad because the residents in these middle row, they can't get out to go to work. They're stuck. They're basically trapped there. So I'm going to delete, sell off this row here so that people can get to work. Another thing I did was I put a few of these water tanks right beside the ice so that the water bots can harvest the water and dump it right in the tank. And I built some more distilleries because we have to accumulate enough rum. We got 122 so far. Accumulate enough rum to be able to build a pub. And pubs are another form of entertainment for your colonists. So I do have enough, so I'll build one right now. I'll put it, maybe I'll put it over by these residences here. I don't think they need, oh, not there because that's too close, but maybe right here. So here's the upgraded ore refinery. Doesn't have any workers yet, but eventually more workers will come into town. I need some more housing though for that to happen. Since I deleted the row houses, I knocked out a bunch of capacity. But I think we're ready to build probably the larger form of housing, which is this residential complex. I'll just build one of them here for now. They cost 1,000 steel, so I don't want to go too crazy with them. And also my gold miners are busy out farming gold from the gold that kind of started with the game. But we can, remember, we can build our own gold mines, which are great because then they don't have to travel as far. I'm going to also upgrade this power because I'm going to run out of power soon. So we're good for food. We're out of money. So before this video, there was a tax notice and I didn't have enough money. So I set it to pay, and then it basically you go into debt with your parent colony, which is Earth in this case, which isn't good. I don't know what the major effect is, but being in debt's never good. So we need to build more gold mints. Gold mints turn refined gold into cash. And later on, for now, gold mints are kind of the best way to generate cash, or selling things on the market, which we haven't built yet. But later on, there's there's this thing that generates cash. Well, there's banks that generate cash, and there's this galactic trading thing that generates quite a bit of cash on its own. But for now, let's build some more mints because we need cash for our next tax collection time. And while those are building, could unlock some more research here. I'm going to do colonial civics because we want to start generating civics sooner than later because they take a while to generate, and we're going to have to build a ton of these as well because some of the later end buildings require tons of civics. So let's research that, and that unlocks the civics building, which I can't seem to find. Maybe I'm blind. Let's see here. Maybe I need something else first. Oh, might be a type of builder. Nope. Well, let's research the other thing we can research. Low gravity manufacturing. This unlocks a couple things. The medium atmosphere generator, which is just a fancier version of this small generator that we built before. Pretty expensive for steel. And then the microchip factory, which is really expensive for steel. Costs 5,000 steel. So I thought we'd unlock the civics building, but I guess it's a later upgrade. There's a few other upgrades that got unlocked, but we don't have enough research points for them yet. Tourism related stuff, I think that's where you can build a spaceport. Advanced chemistry, I think this is where you can make buildings that generate gold. And galactic commerce lets you trade, I think. So we got some steel. Let's upgrade a few more refineries so we can ramp up the rate of steel production because we're going to need a lot of it, especially for these microchip factories. And then the mass driver is also super expensive in terms of steel. Everything's relative. It's super expensive now, but like in a few hours after this we collected, upgrade a bunch of stuff, it'll seem cheap. Let's upgrade this one and this one. So you may think my village is or colony is kind of butt ugly, like the layout's kind of haphazard, and it's more for utility than for aesthetics. And the reason is that I just want to be able to go fast. And a lot of this stuff won't be here when you get to endgame. Basically, none of this will be here. You'll have replaced it with other types of buildings. The only thing that will probably stick around are these research centers because there's no upgrade version of this. These mints and gold refineries. At one point, you get this small gold building that just generates gold out of ore, so you won't need these. Energy, the endgame energy thing is an alien power tower, which generates, I think, like 50,000 energy instead of like the lowest one, which is 8. I'll do a video on one of my main bases that has a lot of the alien technology, so you can see the kind of the upgrade path, kind of a sneak peek. Some other things that got unlocked with the larger water tower, which holds more water, so we can upgrade these. You'll probably, because there's so much ice on the Mars kind of map, I'm assuming it's Mars, you're going to always have a lot of water, or almost always, until all those ice patches have been used up. And then you'll have to build your own kind of water pumps. But you'll be able to sell a lot of this water to make some quick cash. Same with food. You'll probably always have too much food. Yeah, so going back to like the ugliness of the village, there's kind of like different play styles. Some are just like get to the end as fast as possible, which is I, I kind of partially do. I like doing things fast. Um, some people just like to build really attractive, beautiful villages, and that's cool too. You know, I like eventually doing that, but that takes a lot of money sometimes. So I'd rather just make a pile of money and then build up something that looks nice with the money. And then there's people who like to try everything, and I have a bit of that in me too. So I did the whole tourism thing. I tried all the tourism buildings. Um, they're cool. They're neat. I don't think they're like the most optimal way to make resources and cash in the game, but uh, they're just a different axis of things you can play with. So let's upgrade a few more power towers here, and a few more refineries. I mean, our steel will start ramping up faster. The only reason I did this crazy amount of basic ones is that I'd like to bootstrap the amount of steel I have quickly so that I can have enough to like upgrade steel without going back to zero, because these cost 600 each, so I kind of don't like going all the way back to zero. Do we have any more? We can unlock tourism at this point. So might as well do that. I don't know if it unlocks any buildings, but some of the research it sets you up so it unlocks other research. I don't think it unlocked anything. Oh, one thing that is new is hardened pavement, which is like like a faster version of these regular pavement roads. And you can upgrade one at a time, um, which is fine. Uh, or you can upgrade them all at once. And I probably have like, uh, I'm not going to guess how many, I'm not going to do the math, but I'm going to upgrade them all. It's going to take a while, it warns you, and it can be expensive, but I think I have enough steel to do it, so I'm going to do it. And there they go, upgrading all the pavement. I don't know if it's like 2 or 3 times faster, but the vehicles travel quite a bit faster, so it's worth it in that sense. Also going to like destroy these ore bodies just because it's so much more. We have so many ore bodies here that are like 10,000 each, and these are just kind of in the way, so we'll destroy them all. It's so wasteful, but not really, because they're so far away that they're gonna waste time, and time is a precious resource. So they're doing a good job with the pavement. You'll probably notice like things are boogieing along pretty fast now. Cash generation is still pretty slow, so we're max population again. So we want to build more housing, and pretty fast, but it's 1,000 steel. So we can build one more complex here. You want your housing to be close to your workers, so I'll probably stick it. Oh, I ran out of steel again. I'll have enough in a second though. There we go. So I'll put one right here, kind of central to the distilleries and the research and the stuff. Got a ton of these landing pads, so we got colonists coming in kind of almost as fast as we can fill the housing, which is good. Let's just scale up fast. As you get more workers though, your taxes go up. Actually, I think the taxes are based on the building, so, but don't quote me on that. So we bumped up our capacity population. We're at 240. It's hard to read because it's so small, but we're at 240 out of 264. Cash is low, so we want to build another gold mint, or 2 or 3. I like building stuff in sets of 3 to 10, just because it's easier. Build some more ore mines, even though we got tons, just to fill up the spaces here. It's kind of the waiting game now, which I don't like to have during my videos. So maybe I'll wrap this one up and kind of let things progress a bit, get some more research points, get some more steel, get some more money rolling in, and then we can kind of go on to the next phase of stuff. Don't forget to like or dislike this video. Leave some comments if you have any feedback, positive or negative, just so I can improve my video skills. I'm kind of new to uploading videos to YouTube. And if I talk too slow or too quiet or you find my voice annoying, let me know. And I'll try to talk differently, more like a radio announcer. Or I don't know. Some people like that, some people like a calm voice. But whatever. Until next time, goodbye.